I think I need help. I think I need professional help. But hey, what do I know? Roll that intro. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Guitar Talk with me, Dan. So if you've been following the channel recently, you know that I've been on a 2, 3 year, 4 year long mission to find the perfect 1985 birth year guitar. I'm 40 years old this year. I was born in 1985. I've been wanting to get a birth year guitar. I wanted something special of name, brand, and all that kind of snobby stuff, American made. And I ended up with a rare 1985 Gibson, and then another one, and then another one, and now I've got 4 1985 Gibsons, another rare one. This time I've got a designer series 1985 Gibson Explorer. So the designer series was around in the 80s. It was a series of guitars that you could get where you could get custom designed graphics, one-of-a-kind graphics that other people have designed, printed on your guitar. This one, I'm not sure what this actual design is called, but it looks like it belongs in the background of a 1978 porn movie. In the pictures, it looked worse than it did in the flesh. But yeah, I kind of really like it. So I found this, I couldn't resist it, just to hopefully cap off the collection of 1985 guitars. But yeah, the designer series, you could get stuff like this. Checking out the specs at the body on this one. So obviously it's an Explorer shaped body. Just to the elephant in the room, I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but this did have a Kahler trem system on it. It came with it. I took it off and put this Tune-o-matic system on there, so it's still got a hole in there. We'll go into why I did that in a minute, but it had a Kahler system on there. 2 Dirty Fingers humbuckers, no coil splits, just straight up humbucker tone. Designer graphic, 3-way switch, volume, volume, tone. Heading over to the neck side of things, we've got a mahogany neck with an ebony fretboard, dot inlays. I think they're jumbo, medium jumbo frets from what's left of them. 22 frets on here. You've got the remnants of the Kahler locking trem system, Explorer shaped headstock, and then on the back we've got Grover tuners. I don't know if they're original or not. So the Kahler trem system, why did I get rid of it? I've got 2 85 Gibsons already that have got Kahler trem systems on there, and I'm not gonna lie, they are an absolute pain in the bum. I'm aware they can be one of the most stable trem systems in the world, and I don't know if it's just where they're really old. I don't know if they've ever been set up in their 40 years of being on these guitars, but you only had to look at this thing and it would go out of tune. And I've got 2 other Kahler trem systems that do that, so I didn't need a third one. Because it's a stud mount system, you can just take it off and then put a Tune-o-matic style bridge straight on there. So that is what I've done. There is a cavity behind here that you can see that I can finger. I have ordered a plate to go over the top of it. Not a screw-in plate, just one that sticks on. So hopefully that'll fit in there nicely just to cover up the hole. But yeah, that's why I've ditched the Kahler trem. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I've got it, and essentially if I wanna put it back on, I just take this off and then pop the Kahler back on and it's done. But that's why I got rid of it. That it just makes the tuning stability of this 10 times, 100 times better, and just turns this into a giggable instrument. sounds and tones that you can get out of this, it's got two 80s Dirty Fingers pickups in it. It is an absolute riff rock machine. It excels at gain, crunchiness, big crushing tones. If you roll the volume back on the neck pickup, yeah, it cleans up a little bit, but not anywhere near as nicely as like my Les Paul does or like lower output pickups. It still stays quite crunchy, but you can just get that nice kind of rocky, slightly broken up kind of picky tone out of it if you want to do that. If I put it into a Fender, is it going to do like clean amps, like sounds and stuff like that? Yes, it will do clean amp tones, but this, even from the look of it, it's just made to excel in rock. So is it the most versatile beast in the world? Are you going to replace your Strat with this? Absolutely not. Are you going to have fun rocking out and riffing away on this? Yes, you are. I can't really comment on the build quality of the guitar in terms of like how it comes out of the box or anything like that, because obviously it's 40 years old. But what I will comment on is how the guitar has held up over the last 40 years, because this thing is like 4 decades old now. And yeah, it's got loads of like fine scratching on it and stuff. To be honest, a lot of it will probably polish out. It's in very, very good condition. There's a bit of like worming here. There's a few little sort of like dings on a couple of the corners. There's some nitro burn here where it's been on a stand, but overall this thing is in very, very good condition for a 40-year-old guitar. I'm very impressed with how it's held up. And in terms of playability after 40 years, now that I've ditched the Kalo that was on there, this is probably the most playable out of all the like 85 Gibsons that I own. It's got the most sort of like life left in the frets, which makes it a joy to play. Similar kind of neck profile, that sort of slimmish 60s, but a bit slimmer. Feels a little bit wider, but it just means that when I pick up any of these 4 Gibsons that I've got, they all feel very, very similar. I'm not sure if it's been refretted. I will get G to look when he's in tomorrow because he's better at telling than I am, but I can't see any signs that it's been refretted, but it does have a lot of life left in the frets, which makes it more playable than the others. But that might be because it's a collectible guitar, that it may have been retired early in its life to just hang on the wall and have as part of a collection. I've got no intention of doing that. I'm going to take this thing out and gig it, but how has this thing held up after 40 years? It is going to be an absolute gigging monster. And for me to take this out as a 40-year-old guitar and say, hey, I'm going to rock this on stage very, very often, I think that says it all about how it's held up after 40 years. Is there anything that I don't like about the guitar? Now, the graphic, as I said, it looks like the kind of thing that if you went into an old cafe that was like made in the 70s, built in the 70s, and they'd never updated the interior, it's the kind of stuff you would find on some of the seats. I don't know what this pattern is called. If you know what this pattern is called, please do tell me so that I know what this is based on. I'm going to call it Porn Star Stripes, I think is what I'm going to call it, but there we go. When I saw it in the pictures, I was like, oh, that's so ugly. And it is, to be honest, but I love it. It's like, of the time and the character, it is such a cool finish on this guitar. And it's not something that you see every day as well. So, is there anything that I don't like? I don't like it, but I love it in terms of how it looks. The other thing is just the Kalo trem system, but obviously I've remedied that situation for now. I've still got a bit of setup work to do on it with just the intonation and setting these, and then removing the locking system from up here, because Allen keys and all that stuff. It's not needed on this. But yeah, other than that, there isn't anything that I don't like on this guitar. So I'm hoping that this brings my 1985 guitar Odyssey to an end. I didn't think when I thought, right, you know, now it's time to get a 1985, some kind of cool American-made name brand guitar. I didn't think I would end up with four, in three of the cases anyway, very rare Gibsons. Some people are going to look at this like collection of 85 Gibsons and say, oh, you've got way too much money. But hey, you know what? At some point in my life, I've been working 3 jobs. I have saved, I have amassed an awesome guitar collection through working hard and making sacrifices. And I've said in other videos, like, I'm a PRS guy. I love my PRSs. I don't own as many PRSs anymore. Some of those have had to go to fund this little obsession and adventure that I've been on getting these guitars. And like, the cool thing with PRS is like every now and again you come across one that is absolutely magical. My natural one, the one I call my number one that I've had for over a decade, that is still my number one and will always be my number. I will never get rid of that guitar. It is amazing. It is the best PRS I've ever played. Most of my other PRSs are amazing, but they're amazing in that kind of like, PRS is so consistent that I know that I can sell, like I sold my 594. I could pick up another 594 and know it's going to be just as good. It's going to feel the same because they are so consistently good. Whereas like a 1985 Gibson, you can't just pick those up every day, especially like my Q300 that's off camera over there where they made less than 100 of them. So even if I don't keep them forever, having the chance to get these 40-year-old guitars that were made in the year that I was born and play on stage and gig what Gibson was coming out with as I was like being born in the same year, it's just such a cool feeling. So, hey, I don't regret what I've done at all. I think these are some awesome guitars, especially this Explorer. I don't normally get on with Explorers. I find them weird to play, but the neck profile on this being the same as like my Les Paul that I got and all that is really, really comfortable. So I've got a gig on Friday. I'm headlining a festival. I'm gonna take this out, I'm gonna gig it at the festival, and it's gonna look amazing doing it. So I don't really know what else to say about this other than that I think it is really cool. I'm hoping, being 40 years old, being made of some nice wood that has been settled in over the years, that it is going to be an absolute stable rocking machine that I cannot wait to go out and gig. I've got a show coming up next month, which is like, we're headlining like an indoor mini festival thing that someone's put on, like friends and family kind of stuff, and they booked us to headline. And because it's like ultra low pressure and it's going to be really fun, I'm just going to take my 85 Gibsons, I'm just going to take all of them along and just kind of pick and choose throughout the night and just play all of them. I might like film some of it if I can. Maybe I'll post it in the channel as like a follow-up to how's it going with the 85 Gibsons. We'll see if I get a chance. But yeah, this is a really, really cool guitar. If you get a chance to try one, like a 1985 one, then I can vouch for the fact that the 85, it's great. It is one of the nicest Explorers that I've ever played. Nothing else to say really, other than I'm a happy chappy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little series of Dan's 1985 Odyssey, what an old guy he is becoming. But other than that, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to for more guitar-y fun, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.